Gay SA Radio, where you are family. I'm Hendrik, and I'm here in Cape Town talking to Arno and Michael Tietz-Geldenhuys about an exhibition that's coming up, and it's being hosted at Observatory in Cape Town between the 1st and the 6th of May. It's called Adam. So, Michael, if we can start with you, how did this whole thing come about?
Well, once a month we have a drawing group that meets in Observatory, and it's basically we draw the nude model. So this happens once a month, and it's a whole group of various artists from different backgrounds, and some established, some sort of more amateur artists, but we all sort of get together, and that's what we do once a month.
So you got my attention at nude. How do you find people to pose nude?
Surprisingly easy. There's actually quite a few people that don't mind sort of being sort of naked in front of people. So those are the people that we use as models. And
okay, so that's kind of a figure study, is it?
Figure study, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know my daughter did that once, and she said it was very scary in the beginning. Do you find the models are shy when they start, or?
They tend to be exhibitionists, so that's not a problem. Yeah.
And then the people who attended that, are they established artists, or is it people who have just started with art?
It's a real mixture. So you get the sessions are open to everybody. So there's whether you're professional or just starting out, it's a nice sort of nice chance for artists to get together as well and interact with sort of like-minded people.
So how long is a session like that? How long does it take to draw somebody?
3 hours. So it's normally a 3-hour session. So the model will pose for various lengths of time, and sort of we start off with short poses and work towards longer poses towards the end of the session.
And what medium do the artists work in?
Again, it's quite a variety. So a lot of people will work in charcoal, pencil. There's a few painters that will work in watercolors, pastel. It's really sort of open to whatever you want to sort of do.
Now, if you say that some people are more experienced than others, is it a kind of a learning experience for the people with the lesser experience?
I think as an artist, you're always learning. So I think that's also why the more established artists actually come to these sessions, because you've always sort of been trying to improve your skills and your practice as an artist. So and it's also nicer for the more inexperienced artists to see how the more established artists do their thing. You sort of learn from each other.
And the models, are they only men, or do you have females as well?
We have male and female models. It's like I said, it's open to everybody. We've sort of found that it's generally sort of male nudes, or the male sort of models that want to pose nude. So it's harder to find female nudes actually.
And the artist also all male or mixed as well?
It's also mixed, yeah.
How did this all lead to an exhibition?
Well, basically what happened is I do most of the organizing for the drawing sessions, and from there got to meet all the artists that normally attend, and then I saw and thought about the fact that some of them have never exhibited before, and that led to the point where I thought, let's see if we can organize exhibition for them, but combine it with people some of the artists that's a bit more known, which will then attract, they call it clientele, and that will actually give exposure to some of the new people as well.
So how many people in total take part in these groups?
It varies from sort of a couple, sort of 5 people up to over 10 people at a time.
And the venue where you do it, it is an arts gallery or a studio?
We hold it at the community centre in Observatory.
Okay. Any specific reason why it's in Observatory?
That's where we stay. That's where we
okay, so close to home then.
Okay. And then also what you'll find it's
and also Obs is quite a central area. Yes. So I mean we could sort of host it anywhere, but we found it's easier for everybody to get to Observatory.
And is Obs a kind of an arty?
It is quite an arty. There's a lot of artists living in Obs, and a lot of artists with studios in Obs. So you do find a lot of artists tend to sort of.
And the whole vibe of Observatory is kind of changing at the moment with the fact that they're converting more of the old factories into residential spaces and all of those things. So we, for instance, say in the old printing press factory that's been converted to live and workspaces. So that's part of the thing that attracts some of the artists and designers and all those type of things to the area.
Okay. Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about the artists specifically in a moment when we do the second part of the interview. But tell me, Arno, organizing this, how do you find people to participate?
Well, luckily, sort of having the drawing sessions, that was fairly easy.
That was the easy part, yes. The advertising part and the marketing part and all the rest of the stuff, that's where the tricky part comes in a little bit. But then again, Someone once said I'm a social media slut, so I think that helps a little bit. So you just put it out there as much as you can, all the advertising and stuff, and get people to share it and everything, and that makes it.
Arno, when is the exhibition exactly? And tell me more about what we can expect from it.
Cool. The exhibition will be from the 1st till the 6th of May, so that's next month, with the official opening the 2nd of May, the evening at 6 o'clock.
So there'll be drinks and snacks.
There'll be drinks and snacks. We'll
That
make
means
sure
I'll
of
be
that.
there.
Yeah, and of course, what's the exhibition called? Adam Without Some Apples.
Oh,
so we'll make
okay.
sure we'll have some apples
And
there
some
as
fig
well.
leaves, hopefully. No fig leaves.
Well, we'll see about that. The venue is called Pop-Up Place, and it just happened to be in 42 Tril Street in Observatory. What you will find is that we'll have works on display by Bar and Paul Barnard, Theo Denise, Mark Gerber, Gordie Ginger, Jim Hislop. There'll be Chris Koch, Andre Serfontein, Michael and myself.
Some own work on Dirk van der Westhuizen and Clinton Wood.
Yeah,
I think
that's all of them.
Right.
So, I mean, if you take that list, there's some of the people, or Gordie Ginger, for instance, he's doing this very interesting drawings.
Yeah, each artist's got a very distinct style, which is quite nice. So there's a nice variety of work, and even though the subject matter is the same, the variety of how people have sort of interpreted that is quite interesting, I think.
And then also what makes it very interesting to me is if you take the list of people, there's someone that works in IT during daytime, there's a pharmacist, there is a graphic designer, there's a hairdresser, there's some people that does it
There's an author.
full-time. There's an author of books, and then you've got someone that designs t-shirts as well under a name called Seiglek.
Oh my heavens. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just quite a variety of people if you take what to do daytime and stuff, and the only thing that brings them all together, except for the fact that they are gay and they like the medium and they draw together, is the fact it's a love for art.
So obviously you're saying each one has their own eye and their own approach to it. Do you think that if they come, like a pharmacist would look at something differently than a graphic designer, for instance?
Personally, I think art is a very personal choice or personal thing.
Expression. So.
Yeah, I'm not going to attempt. I can't say I'm not going to
I think we'll leave
attempt.
that
I won't
for the-
attempt to draw, but I attempt art. Yeah, but
Leave that for the viewers to interpret. I think.
yes, I think
When
that
they come to see the exhibition.
yes.
How many works will there be on the display?
At the moment, that is a little bit of a tricky question or tricky answer to that question, seeing that some of the artists are actually busy doing new works and they're attempting something
Especially
new
for this exhibition.
for the exhibition, something that they've never done before.
Okay.
So that is going to be very interesting. Also, just can I say how interesting this isn't part of the stuff that we don't know. So for the last few days, every day I was posting who the artists are, and I literally only got the last artist stuff yesterday morning, which was the last day that I was posting who the artists are. So it makes it very interesting. I will only know the Sunday before the exhibition how many artworks we have.
Oh, wow, okay.
So that's very exciting.
And the exhibition space, how large is that? How many artworks could you possibly accommodate there?
That again is also very, very, I can say it's 4 rooms, double-storied little building with 4 rooms, but it depends on of the artwork size. So you'll find some of the artists only work on A5 size. They've got this their niche market there, so everything is A5. And then you've got one of the other artists that works on a very specific canvas, which I think is about 50 by 90 or something like that. Is the size of the canvas, and that's all that he works on. So his medium might change, but that's always a canvas. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to fit all this stuff the evening before the exhibition starts.
And obviously trying to get a flow of how people would react
Yes,
and interact with the art.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, that's also, I've got a way that I will look at the things, but Michael's got another way that he will look at it, and that will also be interesting if we're talking to each other or not on the 1st of May.
So obviously there's mixed medium. It's not all just drawing. There's painting and all sorts of
Yes.
There's some
medium.
collage. There's sort of the more traditional mediums like charcoal and oil paints.
Yes.
Pen and ink drawings.
Pen and ink, you might find that Dirk might, for instance, he uses
does
resin
other-
sometimes
yeah.
with some of his artwork, so there might be some of his resin work on display. So it's quite a big mix of medium that the people use as well.
And will the art be for sale?
Absolutely, yeah.
All the
So-
artwork will be for sale. What we're also going to do is that it's like one of those that if we have more artwork than what we have space for, people will be able to take their artworks on the evening or at the time that they buy it as well, and it will be replaced with new artworks from there on as well. So yeah, we're trying to keep it as easy as possible as well for the people, that they don't have to, for instance, if they travel from far, that they don't have to come back again to get artwork, or that we have to post it, which will have an extra postage for them. But we're also going to do online catalog and stuff, because there's quite a few people in Gauteng, for instance, that's interested, and we decided that if we do the online catalog, it's a way to get the opportunity for them as well to buy some of the artworks.
Okay, so let's talk about the bigger picture. Now, this has been a group that's been working for a while, and you get to exhibition. What are the plans after this?
Well, I think there'll definitely be more exhibitions, and maybe sort of explore some of the other themes that some of the other artists like to do. And
so you think about it, currently the females are excluded, if you can call it that attends the drawing class, and they also in their own way have their art. So we might actually have Eve next.
Oh, that
Eve
would be
could follow.
interesting.
Yeah. So there's a possibility.
And the plans for the group? Do you want to grow the group?
at the moment, it's quite a nice sort of size group, but if other people are interested in joining, they're more than welcome. Like I said, it varies each session, depending on who's available. Sometimes people have things on, so they can't attend. But the size that we are now, at its most, is sort of quite a good size. So I don't think we're going to go too much bigger than what we are now.
And the venue that they have the drawing at is very, it's an old school that they use. So you'll find that a lot of times there is some of the rooms available. So even to move it,
there's quite a lot of activities happening there, which is quite nice.
Yes, so even
dance classes and
karate, Pilates.
So it's a real multi-use centre.
During daytime there's a creche downstairs. So
and the evening you draw naked men.
Exactly, and you can do that any day of the week as well. So
Okay.
yes, yeah.
So tell us, if somebody wants to find out more, where would they go and find more information?
They can.
The exhibition is on Facebook.
Yes, it is on Facebook. So what I've realized the easiest is to search for Adam-Art Exhibition. That will take you there. Alternatively, they can go to the website Statera Studio, STATERA studio.co.za. There's a link to art. They can find it on there, some more information. Or they can contact me or send me an email. So if they email me, it's arno@staterastudio.co.za, or they can use observatory.art@gmail.com, which might be easy to remember, or they can WhatsApp me on 083 444 114.
And of course, all that information will be on our Facebook page as well, with links to the event, so you can always go check it out on our Facebook page, which is Gay SA Radio. So anybody who wants to do art but has never done it, what would your final kind of motivation be for somebody like that?
Just get yourself some art materials and just go for it. Don't be scared. And do a drawing class like this, or attend. There's so many drawing sessions all over the country, but you can find out about and attend. And it's nice to sort of do it in a group. It's much easier to learn with other people. So that would be it.
Oh, okay. And before you know it, you might be on the next exhibition.
That's
there we go. So there you have it. The exhibition is called Adam. It is at Observatory at 42 Tril Street, and there's no
pun intended.
No pun intended there. It's between the 1st and the 6th of May, with the official opening on the 2nd of May. Go and check our Facebook. We will certainly have links to that. Thank you very much, Michael and Arno, for joining me here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hendrik.
I'm Hendrik here in Cape Town for Gay SA Radio, where you are